Hi, I'm George Brooke, CEO of International Documents Canada. You have questions about how to apostille a Canadian document. I'm here to answer your questions and point you to some additional sources of help. We're going to answer 3 key questions in this video. 1. What is apostille? 2. What are the steps in the Canadian apostille process? And 3. What are my options for having my documents apostilled? By the end of this video, I want you to feel informed about the authentication and legalization process and to know you have some resources you can turn to for additional help. So let's get started with the first question. What is apostille? Apostille is actually a confusing word for a straightforward concept. When you need a Canadian document certified as legal in another country, it needs to go through a specific process. This 3-step process is called the apostille process. All right, question 2. What are the steps in the Canadian apostille process? There are 3 sequential steps in the apostille process in Canada. Step 1 is notarization, step 2 is authentication, and step 3 is legalization. Let's quickly take a look at each step. Notarization is the first step in the Canadian apostille process. Notarization involves having a notary or lawyer witness the signatures on a document. They will put their signed notary seal on the document, certifying that the signature is legitimate. After your document has been notarized, the second step is to have it authenticated at the Department of Foreign Affairs and International Trade in Ottawa, otherwise known as DFAIT. DFAIT will check that the notary or lawyer who notarized the document is currently in good standing and will then attach a certificate of authentication to your document. The final step in the Canadian apostille process is to have your document legalized by the embassy or consulate of the country in question. A consular official at the embassy will check that all is in order with your document and that it has been properly authenticated, and then will add a certificate of legalization to the front page. This completes the Canadian apostille process. Your document's now recognized as legal in another country. So to quickly recap the 3 steps in the Canadian apostille process: Step 1, notarization, a simple procedure involving a lawyer or notary. Step 2, authentication, done by the Department of Foreign Affairs and International Trade in Ottawa. And step 3, legalization, which is done by the embassy or consulate of the country that you're sending your document to. Now, you might be asking yourself, what are my options for getting my document apostilled? You have 2 options. 1, you can do it yourself, or 2, you can have a specialist do it for you. Let's first talk about doing it yourself. This method is best for people with time and some perseverance. It has the advantage of being the cheapest method, but it can take a long time, it can be confusing, and it is frustrating to try to get the right information. To assist those who wish to manage the authentication and legalization of their own documents, International Documents Canada has partnered with the Canadian Manufacturers and Exporters Association, or CME. The CME is the largest trade association in Canada with over 100,000 members. Together, we've developed the Authentication and Legalization Info Center. This is the authoritative information resource for anyone needing to get a Canadian document through the apostille process. It's completely free and provides a wealth of essential information. We're adding to it and updating info all the time. This is a great place to start. Your second option is to turn to a professional to manage the apostille process for you. My company, International Documents Canada, specializes in managing the apostille process for clients like you every day. We save you the time and hassle of managing an often frustrating process. We provide a secure chain of custody for your documents throughout the process, and we dramatically reduce the risk of delays due to errors in document preparation. Overall, we can cut processing time by as much as several weeks. Getting started with us could not be easier. Email us or phone us toll-free. We'd welcome a chance to discuss your apostille needs and how we can help. I hope this video has answered a lot of your questions about the apostille process in Canada. At IDC, we'd welcome a chance to answer any further questions you might have. Give us a call or send us a quick email. And don't forget the wealth of information on the Authentication and Legalization Info Center website. It's free. I hope you have a chance to check it out. We've created a short video called Authenticating and Legalizing a Canadian Document, 3 Essential Tips. This adds to the information in this video, focusing on helping you avoid the common pitfalls that people run into when processing their documents. I welcome any and all suggestions on how we can make our videos more useful for you. Check back for more videos from IDC, where we'll dive deeper into various aspects of the Canadian apostille process. Until then, I'm George Brooke with International Documents Canada.